Have you ever wondered about the secret to living a long, healthy life well into your 90s, feeling vibrant and strong? Is it possible to add years to your life, while also adding life to your years? Imagine a future where you're not just surviving but thriving, feeling energetic and engaged with the world around you. For many, the prospect of growing old can feel daunting. Thoughts of physical decline, loss of independence, and mental deterioration often cloud the golden years of life. However, what if the key to longevity lies not in some elusive secret, but in avoiding a few specific health conditions that can dramatically impact our overall well-being as we age? By focusing on prevention and taking simple steps to protect ourselves from these conditions, we can increase our chances of living long, vibrant lives. 1. Type 2 diabetes. The silent threat. Type 2 diabetes is a chronic condition that affects millions of people across the world, and it's particularly prevalent among older Americans. In fact, more than 1 in 3 older adults are living with this condition, though many are unaware of it. This silent disease is one of the most pressing health challenges for the aging population. While it can be difficult to grasp just how devastating this condition can be, the reality is that many people who develop type 2 diabetes experience little to no symptoms during the early stages. This delay in diagnosis is precisely why the disease is so dangerous. It can silently damage vital organs and blood vessels for years before the first symptoms ever show up. At its core, type 2 diabetes is a metabolic disorder that impacts how the body processes blood sugar, glucose. Normally, when we eat food, the body breaks down the carbohydrates into glucose, which is then absorbed into the bloodstream. The pancreas releases a hormone called insulin, which helps cells take in the glucose and use it for energy. In individuals with type 2 diabetes, however, the body either doesn't produce enough insulin or the cells become resistant to insulin's effects. This results in elevated blood sugar levels that remain in the bloodstream instead of being absorbed by the cells. Prevention and management of type 2 diabetes. The good news is that type 2 diabetes is one of the most preventable chronic conditions. A healthy lifestyle, including regular physical activity and a nutritious diet, plays a crucial role in maintaining normal blood sugar levels. Even small changes, such as incorporating more fiber-rich vegetables into your meals, opting for lean proteins, and reducing processed foods, can have a dramatic effect on preventing diabetes. Exercise is equally important. Regular movement helps the body use insulin more effectively, which aids in controlling blood sugar. A simple daily walk or low-impact exercise can make a world of difference. For those at risk, early detection through routine checkups and blood sugar monitoring is key. By catching the disease early, it can be managed more easily, preventing long-term damage and improving quality of life. 2. Heart disease, the silent killer. Heart disease remains the leading cause of death in the United States and continues to pose a major health risk for older adults. In fact, heart disease claims 1 life every 36 seconds, making it not only a health crisis but a deeply emotional issue as well. This condition doesn't just affect individuals. It impacts families and communities, often claiming the lives of loved ones prematurely. While heart disease may seem inevitable as we age, the truth is that up to 80% of heart disease cases can be prevented with simple, effective lifestyle changes. This is a critical message because it highlights our power to take control of our health. Heart disease often begins quietly, developing over the course of many years without obvious symptoms. It starts when the arteries that supply oxygen-rich blood to the heart become narrowed or blocked. These blockages are typically caused by a buildup of fatty deposits, plaque, on the artery walls, a condition known as atherosclerosis. Over time, these blockages reduce the flow of blood to the heart, making it harder for the heart to function efficiently. As the heart has to work harder to pump blood, it becomes strained. which can eventually lead to a heart attack or heart failure. The risk factors for heart disease include high blood pressure, high cholesterol, smoking, poor diet, physical inactivity, and chronic stress. As we age, these risk factors tend to increase, and the ability of the body to heal and repair itself diminishes, making it even more important to address them early. The path to a long, healthy life. As we age, maintaining our health becomes increasingly important, and small lifestyle changes can have a profound impact on our longevity and quality of life. By preventing or managing conditions like type 2 diabetes and heart disease, we not only add years to our lives but also improve the overall experience of those years. These diseases may be common, but they are not inevitable. With the right knowledge and proactive measures, we have the power to live a life that is not just long, but vibrant and full of vitality. The journey toward optimal health begins with simple, consistent choices that will help you live the life you deserve, with strength, resilience, and joy. Understanding cancer and its preventability in aging adults. Cancer is one of the most deeply unsettling concerns for aging Americans, and understandably so. The mere thought of facing this devastating disease can bring about intense feelings of anxiety, fear, and uncertainty. This pervasive shadow looms in our minds, especially when we see loved ones grappling with a cancer diagnosis, or hear of yet another story of someone losing their battle to this disease. For many, cancer isn't just a distant threat. It's a harsh reality that touches their lives in intimate, profound ways. However, what many people don't fully realize is that up to 40% of cancer cases are preventable through conscious, proactive lifestyle choices. This statistic, while sobering, is also incredibly empowering. It serves as a powerful reminder that much of our health is in our control, and that by making the right decisions as we age, we can significantly reduce our risk of developing this devastating condition. As we grow older, our bodies undergo inevitable changes that leave us more vulnerable to a range of diseases, including cancer. One of the most significant changes is a gradual slowing of the natural repair mechanisms that once worked quickly and efficiently to fix damaged cells. This slowing process means that damaged cells are more likely to persist within the body, and rather than being repaired or removed, they may continue to replicate and multiply. This is where cancer begins. These damaged cells lose the ability to recognize when they should stop dividing, and over time, they form tumors. These tumors can become malignant, leading to some of the most common and deadly cancers that disproportionately affect people as they enter their senior years. Colon, breast, prostate, lung, and skin cancer are among the most frequent types of cancer that afflict older adults, and they can leave a devastating mark on both the individual and their loved ones. However, while the risk of developing cancer does naturally increase as we age, it's important to remember that cancer is not an inevitable consequence of getting older. The steps we take today can have a profound impact on the trajectory of our health tomorrow. There are concrete and proactive measures we can take to significantly reduce our risk, and this process begins with prevention. Perhaps the most effective tool we have at our disposal when it comes to cancer prevention is early detection. Regular screenings, such as colonoscopies, mammograms, and other tests, are absolutely critical for detecting early or precancerous stages of cancer before it becomes advanced. Catching cancer in its earliest stages, when it is still treatable, can make the difference between life and death. Early detection is a weapon in our fight against cancer, and it is one we must wield with diligence and commitment. Dementia, the silent thief of memory and independence. Dementia is an insidious condition that affects millions of individuals and their families around the world, creating an emotional toll that is often underestimated. The slow and steady unraveling of memory, decision-making abilities, and independence is a tragedy that robs people of their identity. It is not just the person who is diagnosed that suffers. Dementia is a devastating journey for family members and friends who watch their loved one fade away piece by piece. This progressive condition can take away everything from cherished memories to the ability to recognize loved ones or even care for oneself. Imagine waking up every day unsure of where you are, struggling to recognize your surroundings or the people who were once closest to you. This terrifying experience is something many people with dementia face, yet they still have a yearning to hold on to that part of themselves that recognizes love, trust, and identity. The diagnosis of dementia often feels like an ominous cloud hanging over families, casting shadows of uncertainty and fear. However, despite how daunting this condition may seem, there is a powerful, hopeful reality. Up to 40% of dementia cases could be preventable or delayed through intentional lifestyle changes. For many, this realization provides a glimmer of hope and empowers them to take control of their own health. Rather than succumbing to the belief that dementia is an inevitable part of aging, we can take steps to protect ourselves against this heart-wrenching condition. Understanding dementia and its impact. Dementia isn't just a single disease, but rather a broad term that encompasses a range of symptoms associated with a decline in cognitive function. It's a result of damage to brain cells that disrupts their ability to communicate with each other, which in turn affects memory, reasoning, and other vital functions. The complex network of connections in the brain, the very web that defines our consciousness and our interactions with the world, begins to fray. This decline is gradual, often starting with small lapses in memory, difficulty with multitasking, and an overall feeling of mental fog. But as the disease progresses, the signs become much more pronounced. The ability to recognize faces and recall important details becomes increasingly difficult. Everyday tasks, once simple and second nature, become monumental challenges. As dementia advances, the person experiencing it may begin to lose their sense of self. They may forget their own name, important life events, and even the people they love most. The emotional toll on families and caregivers is immense. Watching a loved one slip further away, mentally, emotionally, and physically, can feel like a slow, painful goodbye, leaving both the person with dementia and their loved ones trapped in an overwhelming cycle of grief and helplessness. But even in the face of such overwhelming circumstances, there is power in knowledge. We may not have a cure for dementia yet, but research and studies show that a combination of physical activity, mental engagement, and social connection can significantly reduce the risk of developing the disease. The fact that dementia does not have to be an inevitable part of aging is one of the most crucial pieces of information we can arm ourselves with as we move into our later years. The role of mental engagement in preventing dementia. One of the most effective tools we have to fight against dementia is engaging our brains in continuous, challenging activities. Much like how we exercise our muscles to keep our bodies strong, our brains need regular workouts to maintain their flexibility and sharpness. Cognitive exercises are essential for stimulating neural connections and promoting brain plasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself and form new connections. Brain plasticity is critical in slowing down the progression of cognitive decline and reducing the risk of dementia. Engaging in activities like solving puzzles, reading, learning new skills, or even practicing memory exercises can be an enjoyable yet highly effective way to keep the brain active. The more diverse these mental challenges are, the better. Even something as simple as taking up a new hobby, whether it's learning a new language, picking up an instrument, or practicing a craft, serves as a powerful workout for the brain. These activities keep the brain engaged in different ways, strengthening different regions responsible for memory, problem-solving, and other cognitive functions. It's like cross-training for the mind. As we age, the idea of mental exercise can feel daunting, especially when physical stamina begins to wane. However, Mental challenges don't have to be overwhelming. Instead, they can be adapted to one's interests and comfort level. The key is consistency and variety. Doing something challenging regularly, even if it's for just a few minutes a day, can lead to profound benefits in maintaining cognitive function. The importance of social engagement. While mental stimulation is important, it's not the only factor that contributes to brain health. Strong social connections and relationships also play a significant role in preventing cognitive decline. Loneliness and isolation can be incredibly harmful, not just for our emotional health, but for our cognitive health as well. Socializing with others, whether through conversations, group activities, or family gatherings, fosters emotional connection and cognitive stimulation. The act of engaging in meaningful, stimulating conversations keeps the brain active, helping it stay agile and more resilient to the ravages of aging. Being socially connected can also reduce the risk of depression, which is closely linked to dementia. Emotional well-being is directly tied to brain health. When we isolate ourselves or stop interacting with others, we not only deprive ourselves of the emotional support we need, but we also lose the cognitive benefits that come from regular social engagement. Therefore, it's essential to prioritize relationships and actively nurture them. This means being present with loved ones, engaging in shared activities, and maintaining close bonds with family and friends. The quality of these relationships matters more than quantity. A simple conversation, a shared laugh, or even participating in group activities can go a long way in protecting the mind. In fact, studies have shown that people with robust social networks are far less likely to develop dementia compared to those who are socially isolated. Social connections foster mental and emotional well-being, providing the necessary cognitive stimulation that supports brain health. The vital role of physical exercise. It's not just the mind that needs attention. The body plays an equally crucial role in preserving cognitive function. Regular physical activity is one of the best ways to reduce the risk of dementia. Exercise doesn't just keep the body in good shape, it directly benefits the brain by increasing blood flow, delivering oxygen and nutrients, and promoting the growth of new brain cells. Physical activity is essential for maintaining healthy circulation, which ensures that the brain is adequately nourished and can perform its cognitive tasks. Aerobic exercise, activities like walking, swimming, dancing, or cycling, has been shown to boost the growth of new neurons in the hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for memory and learning. Moreover, exercise promotes neuroplasticity, which allows the brain to form new connections, even as we age. Keeping physically active doesn't necessarily mean intense or prolonged workouts. Simple, consistent activities such as walking 30 minutes a day, yoga, or light stretching can have remarkable benefits for both the body and the brain. Physical activity also plays a key role in managing other health factors that influence brain health. For example, exercise helps regulate blood pressure, lower blood sugar levels, and manage weight, all of which are important for maintaining optimal brain function. A healthy body is far more likely to have a healthy brain. In addition to these physical benefits, exercise has been shown to improve mood and reduce stress, which also positively impacts cognitive health. Nutrition and its impact on brain health. What we eat is just as important for brain health as physical and mental exercise. A diet rich in brain-boosting nutrients can help preserve cognitive function and reduce the risk of dementia. Healthy fats, found in foods such as olive oil, avocados, and nuts, are essential for maintaining the structure and function of brain cells. These healthy fats provide the building blocks needed for the brain to operate efficiently. Additionally, a diet filled with vegetables, especially leafy greens like spinach, kale, and broccoli, is rich in antioxidants and vitamins that protect the brain from oxidative stress and inflammation, two factors that contribute to cognitive decline. The nutrients in these vegetables help fight the damage caused by free radicals, which can impair brain function over time. Whole grains, such as oats, quinoa, and brown rice, are also vital for brain health. They provide a steady release of energy, which is essential for maintaining cognitive function. Additionally, they help stabilize blood sugar levels, preventing spikes and crashes that can negatively affect the brain. A balanced, nutrient-dense diet ensures that the brain has the proper fuel to remain sharp and functional throughout our lives. Managing stress and its effects on the brain. Finally, it's important to acknowledge the role stress plays in brain health. Chronic stress has been identified as a significant risk factor for cognitive decline, as it can lead to an increase in cortisol production. Cortisol is a stress hormone that, when elevated for prolonged periods, can damage brain cells, particularly in areas like the hippocampus, which is crucial for memory and learning. Managing stress is an essential aspect of maintaining cognitive health. Simple techniques like mindfulness, meditation, or even just taking regular breaks to relax can significantly reduce the negative effects of stress on the brain. It's important to give ourselves permission to take time for self-care and to practice activities that promote relaxation and peace of mind. Engaging in hobbies, practicing deep breathing, or simply spending time outdoors can help alleviate the burden of stress, fostering a clearer, more focused mind. Embracing a holistic approach to dementia. Prevention, the power to protect our brains from dementia, doesn't lie in any single action. It lies in the combination of daily choices we make regarding physical activity, mental engagement, nutrition, social connections, and stress management. By adopting a lifestyle that nurtures the brain, we can significantly reduce our risk of cognitive decline as we age. These proactive steps don't just delay the onset of dementia, they improve the overall quality of life, allowing us to live with vitality, purpose, and clarity well into our later years. While dementia can be a daunting prospect, it is not an inevitable fate. With mindful choices, we can ensure that our brains remain as resilient and healthy as possible, protecting both our memories and our independence. Every step we take today, whether it's engaging in a stimulating conversation, taking a walk, or enjoying a nutritious meal, is an investment in a future where we continue to live a life full of joy, connection, and mental clarity. By embracing these practices, we can meet the challenge of aging with confidence, strength, and a clear mind. Our brains deserve it, and so do we.